Warning: what you are about to hear goes against traditional romantic counsel expressed by friends, family, and Instagram memes and quotes. Open-mindedness is advised.
Hey, my sweet babies. So, it took me a minute to say what I'm getting ready to say because I want to make sure I'm not saying it in judgment, and I want to make sure I'm saying it from a place of love. Y'all, some of y'all have given me the title of auntie, and I'm honored that y'all do that, right? But there are times where auntie got to talk to her babies and say some real shit. So yesterday, I was in the airport in Atlanta because I'm in Jackson, Mississippi now at Chuckles Comedy Club, right? And we got 3 shows tonight. We got a matinee at 5:30, then we got 7, then we got 10, right? And I'm excited. I always love going to the stage. So when we got to the airport yesterday, I was excited, like, all right, baby, let's go get them in Jackson, Mississippi. And as we began to walk through the airport, I saw so many, actually too many to count and too many for me to tap. But I saw so many of our young sisters in head bonnets, scarves, slippers, pajamas, blankets wrapped around them, and this is how they're showing up to the airport. And I've been seeing it, not just at the airport, I've been seeing it at the store, at the mall. I've been seeing sisters showing up with these bonnets and headscarves and their slippers. And the question that I'm having to you, my sweet babies, when did we lose pride in representing ourselves? When did we step away of let me make sure I'm presentable when I leave my home? Let me make sure I'm representing the family I created so that if I'm out in the street, I look like I have pride in myself. And I'm not saying no full face of makeup. I'm not saying no full front lace frontal. I'm not saying none of that. All I'm saying is, could you please comb your hair? And if you don't want to comb your hair, they got enough shit out here now, baby, where you can style yourself up and look like you have pride. I'm not saying you don't have pride, but the representation that you're showing, someone would have to ask you to know that you had it. So my sweet babies, for the ones that do call me auntie, I love you for real. Even the ones that don't, I love y'all asses too. But the babies that say auntie to me, please listen to auntie. All
Good night, everybody. Good night, everybody. Good night, everybody. And welcome to another edition of The Senate. I am your host, Neil Hoy, and he is also your host, Derek Marshall. Good night, Derek. What's up? What's happening? What's the story? What's the happenings?
Hail, my brother. I am good. I am well. What's going on with you, man?
I good. I can't complain. It is lovely to see you. I good. I had a great weekend. I really enjoyed some of the conversations we had, and obviously we do our thing where we would meet and talk about some issues and stuff. We had some people come through, and it was interesting conversations, man. It was good. Been busy pretty much all weekend. Sunday, we kind of did our thing. We ain't gonna talk about that now, but we did our thing, right? And then we've been productive, feeling good, man, in a good space. Tell us about G-Syndicate. Especially the projects that coming.
Yeah, man. We got some projects coming, as you well know. We putting some stuff in place to bring some content to you very, very soon. We had some good news, so we were able to put together a little project.
Working on that on
Sunday. We worked on that together.
No, I don't want to let
too much of the bag.
But we definitely got
to do a little bit more of that.
Do another one.
And then we were hoping to release everything in August.
One big
Release in flight. So yeah, we had a good night. I see the guys in the chat early. Steve, Keisha, Anthony, the house, Renee. Good night to all of you guys. Hail. Good to see everybody. In the crank. Shout out the guys in G-Syndicate as always, man. G-Syndicate6.com. G-Syndicate 6 on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and of course here on the Senate. The Senate podcast, the Senate podcast on YouTube, the Senate podcast 246 on IG, and Senate in session at gmail.com if you want to send us any fan submissions or anything like that. Yeah, man, we keep the content coming. We get a lot of submissions from you guys. We get a lot of discussion from you guys, and we always appreciate that. I find the back and forth to be fascinating. I truly love to have these discussions with people and kind of get how men think out there, because a friend of mine, I was in a discussion with her and she said to me, you see Lisa is in the house again, and
shout out Nika and Lisa.
Nika is saying that since we have a bit of an echo.
We still echoing?
But yeah, it's always good. She said it's always interesting that you never really hear men's perspectives on things like relationships and these kind of topics. So then to be in a discussion with me and I kind of just talking and putting my views over, it was an interesting bit of insight. And that's what I like to call it, right? As I was telling her, I was giving her a gift, because ladies, I know you come and you get in these discussions and you don't necessarily hear what men think. And I am here more often than not to give you the real as I see it. And I know Neil is here to do the same thing. So we are here for that. Jennifer and Jackie in the house. Good night to both of you. So let me crank. Let me crank. Let me get into it, because the people in here to hear us waxing philosophically about our personal lives.
No, they want us to put our necks on the chopping block so they can flame us.
Yeah.
So tonight, Derek. So again, everybody, as you know, every Monday, Wednesday, around those time periods before our next episode, my man Derek will post something on social media, primarily Facebook, to kind of ask a question, kind of start the conversation going with what we'll be talking about for our next episode. Now, it is interesting. It's funny because Derek would have sent me some pictures and stuff like that, which I could not believe when I saw them. He sent them to me immediately as he took them over the weekend. He sent them to me, and we already knew what we were talking about. Derek kind of posed the question, so I'm going to hand it over to Derek. Derek is going to tell us what he kind of posed on Facebook and what the responses were, and we can get into it.
Yeah, man. So the question for this week, the topic: how much does a potential partner's appearance influence your level of attraction? What messages do you receive from their appearance? And have you ever then ended a relationship or disqualified a potential partner because of things like appearance and bad hygiene? And if so, how do you tell them it's an issue? And, as always, we get people in the comment section. One contributor said, yes, it influences quite a bit. A man or a woman should always take pride in his or her appearance and hygiene. And my partner should compliment me when we're dressed to go out. I don't care where we're going, just dress for everywhere. Like he's a PE teacher. I don't know how to take that one. But
I love it. Yeah.
Myself, Having said that, I don't wear jeans and sneakers and a hat everywhere. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I get what you're saying. I accepted an invite from a guy years ago. Dude turned up in Timberlands, the construction type. And if you know me, I had a little difficulty breathing. But check me, walking behind him, so we don't actually look like we're together. Just know there was no second time. So stop judging me. LOL. I definitely disqualified people based on appearance and hygiene. We could be cool, but from a distance. And if we're cool enough, I'd have a word with you about it. But I find some people get rude and offended when confronted with these things. I met one guy who straight up told me he had halitosis.
Oh, nice.
And I appreciated him being upfront about it and giving me the option of getting close to him or not. Personally, I think even if you're going to bed, you should have on a little cologne or something. But that's me. Well, I cologne to bed is
a little much for me. But
a
they
bit
got
much.
ways around that though. They got nice bath gels and that kind of stuff.
Yeah. For me personally, I wear deodorant to get to bed, but that's just me. I know I sweat a lot and I don't really stink of myself when I get up.
But, yeah.
Yeah. Another contributor said the whole bonnet thing for me is a way of taking pride in yourself, keeping hair healthy, keeping that style longer, or just good practice so your hair don't fall all over the pillow. Me and mine both wear bonnets to bed, and it keep he hair sweet. I love to dress when I go out. Day to day, when I go to mall, it will be scaled down a tad, but still presentable. But all in all, and hygiene is key for well-being. But then we have the argument of what the definition of good appearance or hygiene might not be the same for you. And then we had one from one of my favorites here. I don't see her yet. Auntie Cheryl, as we call her. Cheryl says, the bonnet is put inside the house to the top of the gap at most to catch a garbage truck or to the hole in the wall shop. And then in cap, she says, but not to wear as a RH fashion accessory in town, the supermarket, the mall, or the doctor. Cut it out. Yeah. And Jennifer also agreed with her, saying even the owner of Bonnet Chronicles said so herself.
Tammy, right? I think her name is. We put up a picture of her. That lady that was with the bonnet pointing, she's Tammy from the Bonnet Chronicles. Yeah.
Right. So yeah, man, it's odd. I didn't notice the bonnet thing before the whole Derek Jackson fiasco. He brought his. It didn't really register with me, and I saw he brought his wife on screen in her bonnet, and then I noticed that a lot of people started to do it, and it was like, okay, but then it kind of hit home for me on Friday night. Because I know that we showed the video with Monique. She had a whole thing about it, about people going to the airport and seeing people actually traveling in bonnets and pajamas and that kind of thing. And then on Friday night, I was at a stoplight, the traffic light, waiting. And a car pulled up next to me, and I looked at the car next to me, and it had 5 people in it. All 3 people in the back seat had on bonnets. Whoa. All 3. So I was like, wow, okay, I guess this bonnet thing is a thing. And then I go on back to the road, minding my own business, trying to buy a little fish for Gloria. Shout out Gloria. And check it out, his Baxter's Road is awesome. And up pops a dude. And this is the part that really floored me, you know, a guy in a bonnet. And I found that particularly interesting. How quickly we kind of adopt certain fads and stuff like that. So when I saw Moni address it, I was really wondering, you know, why was this such a big thing, or how it became such a big thing, rather. And I could not somebody would say I could fathom that this was actually a big thing until I saw that car with a carload of bonnets, and then the next day I saw a guy in a bonnet. You know what I mean? And I found it interesting that she was admonished. Monique got so much pushback for essentially asking, but I can't even say just women now, because the bonnet thing applies to women. I thought, until I saw that guy, to, you know, do better, right? And you know what I mean? I do agree some thinking, right? We're doing some preparation for the show and stuff like that, this topic. And I started to go Errol Walton Barrow on it. He had the mirror image speech, right? So I asked myself, what is our mirror image, right? Should we be judged by what we wear, right? And the answer came back to me that we probably shouldn't be judged by what we wear. But the reality is, we most definitely are. Right? You are free to wear what you want, and people are free to decide if they will deal with you. You know? And I started to think a little broader than just the women in bonnets. Because men do this kind of ish too. Right? Because I saw that guy in a bonnet, but I know it's a do-right thing.
But that's what he's saying. Remember back in the day, some near 20 years ago, it was the do-rag. So,
right? You had like rappers like 50 Cent and that kind of thing. And then man was rocking the do-rags and the wave cap and all kind of thing. And I know why they come over is because they're going to hear that I hate him on the wave cap and the do-rag. You know, it's really not
I got
that.
bald men as wear do-rags too. I promise you, there are bald men as wear do-rags too.
So I had to ask the question: will we be taken seriously based on how we dressed? And the unfortunate thing is, these are things that I don't really see in other races, right? When you're talking about, if I say a man in a do-rag, draw a man in a do-rag, we all 99% of us are gonna draw a black man in a do-rag. I invariably you're going to white beater, some two big jeans and some
No, hold on. Let me cut you there. I think a better example would be the bonnet, because a do-rag is for people with like coarse hair or whatever, which is black people. But bonnet, no, it's for everybody. And that's the problem. If people do wear, somebody was to say, "Oh, I saw a woman wearing a bonnet," you could guess. You probably could guess a lot about her and be right.
But here's the thing, Neil. How many other races do we really see rocking out the do-rags, rocking out the wave cap, rocking out a bonnet? You know what I mean? If you think those things, invariably, we can think black people, right? And I started to wonder, because before we really get into the relationship thing, I started to get a little heavy with the topic. So just bear with me a little bit.
Go ahead.
And I had to ask the question: how do we compare to other races? You know, stereotypically, when you hear about bonnets and do-rags, is associated with black people, is associated with some ghettoism and some ratchetry.
Ratchetry.
As one friend of mine would say, some ratchetrousness. But then I thought we are always so quick to use the terms kings and queens. Kings and queens. Kings don't wear do-rags and wave caps.
And bonnets. Yo.
You know, to borrow from Cheryl's making the point that stuff is for inside, right? And I think it's so many things that kind of bubbling beneath the surface. So there are certain things that are considered more masculine for us as black people. So Timberlands, Jordans, Air Force Ones, jerseys, caps turned back. One of the contributors responded to the post and said, you know, everywhere in a cap is a little bit of a turn off for her. You know what I mean? And I had to ask the question, what do these things add to our image? Does it make us look more mature? Does it make us look more business-like, more professional? That's what I had to really ask. And then on the flip side of that, there's some things that we seem to believe if we use, wear, and do, that these things make us softer as black men, more feminine. Colognes, scarves.
Hey, swag.
Manicures and pedicures, you know. Some people even bathing.
Oh my God.
some of it bathing is so as basic as bathing seems to escape some men because they figure that if I do that there, so I am less of. You know what I mean? And again, I ask the question, what does it add to us when we carry ourselves like that? And I'm not saying you don't have self-respect. You just look that way, as Monique said.
I gotta wait till you finish. I got so much to unpack there. Because there are things that I am guilty of, there are things I have been guilty of, but then there are things that I have seen and continue to see. I mean, things change, obviously. Back in our time, well, I don't even know, because the petticoat and curlers, right?
But I will talk about that when I get to the
right.
It's coming down the line. Deal with the men right now. Because we talk all the time about being the best version of yourself, you know, presenting the best of you to the general public. Being the best version of you for you. and then the general public benefits. You know what I mean? So, gents, you know, get yourself in some kind of shape. Wrong is
Oh
not
yes,
shape.
sir.
You know what I mean?
Sir.
So get up there, get some activity going, get in shape, wash your ass.
At least brush your teeth. At
Wash
least.
your ass. Right? I know a guy that I said to him very, very often, you know, they do right thing and just like, you know, in a stocking for your head. That ain't necessarily cool, you know. And then the thing about it is, these are the guys that will complain and say, man, they can't get a woman to check me. Or, man, it's get bare bad girls on me. Of course.
You know, there's a saying right there, and I'm sure you have this in your notes to say, right? You dress for the job you want.
You dress for the
Exactly.
job you want. How is it that you attracting certain types of women? Don't be vexed if you can't get a good girl. When you look like a vagrant, shoot. Don't trust me, for believe me when I tell you, I used to have hair. Okay, back in
Flat
the day.
top too. Well, you know, you might have a high top.
Flat
Yeah,
top,
I remember. I got a picture. I got a picture somewhere about the place.
Talk to them. Talk to them. I had hair. Long time ago in Bethlehem. I had hair, right? I used to comb that shit out. I used to put on a little, you get a little butt, you pat it down and style it and all that stuff, right? Shoot, you get a little, back in the day, they had no wave, they had no do rags and no wave. You get a little stuff in there, and nice, you know, that kind of thing. Right?
Get them waves.
But, yeah, get them waves, you know what I mean? The escort work and that kind of thing. But I ain't get up in the road and that stuff. And you want to present your best self to John public. And when you look good, you feel better. You know, when you look a certain way, you feel a certain way, you carry yourself a certain way. And, you know, here's the next thing. I sent you something here now, Neil. I think you might have it already. You can rest up on the screen.
Just let me deal with it here. Yes, I do have it ready. Let me cue it up.
Yeah, just rest out on screen, because they say that when you look all torn up, torn asunder, as a friend of mine used to say, or run all amok and run all the way through.
Oh dear.
It kind of increases your chances of you running into somebody that you.
All right, I put it up now, just like you know.
Hey, my sweet babies. It took me a minute to.
And that is a fact. How many times you say, you know, I can run here so quick, I can go on parties, jump my foot to this hoodie shirt, and then you run into somebody that you really didn't want to run into. Why are you looking like that? You know what I mean? And then you got to be kind of dancing around the situation, saying, oh, well, I just run out here quick, you know, I only live short there, and trying to excuse the fact that, you know, you look like a mess.
Yeah, you look like a total mess.
You know, if you're going to present yourself, and this is specifically for the guys in the chat, I ain't say you go up on a 3-piece suit. You know what I mean? I'm definitely not saying that. But shoot, buy some things, make sure they fit nice, cure them, wash them, yeah, so that you don't look like a hot mess when you come out, right? Ladies, right? Ladies, this bonnet thing. You heard some people say, "Oh, you got to preserve the hairstyle, and you don't want that you put your head at the back of a seat and that mess up the hairstyle and all that." Ladies, queens don't wear bonnets.
You never, ever, in all of the depictions of queens, all of the historical images, art, paintings, depictions, everything, shoot, you will never. As a matter of fact, I don't even know if the queen can be seen with a bonnet, even in her residence. I don't even know if her servants can see her with a bonnet in.
Right? And this is the thing, ladies. Nobody's trying to police your appearance. Nobody's telling you what to wear, what you can't wear. But here's the thing. I'm not saying you don't have self-respect. It just looks that way. right? And as Monique said in her video, if you carry yourself that way, and I have to go and ask you, you got any self-respect? I'll put it to you this way. If you see a man on the road, right, dressed as a police officer, you are going to assume he's a police officer. If you see a man dressed as a priest, you're going to assume, dog collar and all, that he's a priest. So your appearance matters. And I found it particularly sad that Monique was criticized. I received so much pushback.
Money in the black community is an easy target for women. That's the thing, based on recent things.
I found it interesting that she got so much pushback for asking women to do better, right? Black women in particular. What I did find funny is that she was criticizing the bonnet thing, was wearing a bathrobe on screen. I found that hilarious. But I kind of looked past that to see the point she was trying to make. Ladies, you too, get yourself in shape. Wash your ass and your hair and feet. Yeah. And that place for men too. Shoot, water runs down, folks. Water runs down. So there's no reason why your feet should look like you was like forever cleaning up ash or kicking flour. You know what I mean? Just
yeah.
I think we as black people in particular need to do a better job of taking care of ourselves and presenting ourselves to people properly, right? When I see the bonnet thing, I instantly get images of people turning up at the school gate in a bonnet. To block with a petticoat pull up.
No, that's same thing with me. Same imagery, right? I see.
And I got a friend of mine, she would say she come into like go two RHs and two goblimers. Right? And that is what that's the imagery I get when I see the whole bonnet thing. You know what I mean? I think we need to stop hiding.
I literally got
behind the excuse of, well, this body might be going through something or whatever. Let me do better.
We do better. I agree with you. I want to touch on something.
Fellas, pull up your pants.
That ain't hard. Pull up your pants. No, not only that too.
And that's the thing is, these things
but
are
hold
hard.
on a minute. Let's pull up the pants thing. Let's get it clear, right? Because as young men, I would say we were guilty of it, right? We were guilty of it. We had, they got pictures of me with the pants. I used to wear 38 pants. Anybody that know me know that the fattest I ever was 34-inch waist. I had on a 38, right? And back then, I wasn't even a 30. But I had on, you couldn't see my feet. Nothing like that, right? My pants were sagging and I thought it was the coolest thing on earth. I would don't let me say excuse. But I would allow some measure of immaturity within your dress as a person. However, man, if you are working, if you are a man that is taking care of his business, if you are a man that has a family and either has a woman or looking for a woman, if you are a person that takes pride in what you are about, who you are as a man and what you're moving about with, right? Yo, pull out your pants though. Wear nice fitting pants. And when I say nice fitting, that goes on both extremes of the scale, right? The too skinny or the too big. Wear appropriate clothing. The funny thing about it is for me is kind of my image sense and style came from obviously my father would have instilled certain things like shaving and greasing hair and et cetera, but in terms of the actual fashion and style, I took from what I see out there, what like my friends, I would see how Derek would carry himself. I would see like how some of my male friends would carry themselves, some men on TV or whatever. And then I even had to Google some stuff to kind of understand like, yeah, a man should really be dressing for his body weight. No, and no, too. That's very important. Don't dress for your body. Don't say, well, I weigh 250 pounds now. If I work out in the next 6 months, I can bring that down to 200. So let me buy my clothes for 200. Dress for your size. Right. Dress for your size. Always dress for your size. And this goes for women as well. dress for your size. And I am not going to tell women how to dress. I would just say dress for your size and dress to be comfortable, right? But men, specifically men, let me not get down in this sagging pants thing. And also too, there I wanted to make mention before I forget it. It's on my brain right now. But you said about hiding behind excuses. We can't police people's bodies and what they wear. Who are we to speak, right? But we get in this thing where we want to put up um these tropes. You know, you can't tell us what to do, this and that, and the next, the third. But really and truly, when you look at it, you would not want to be approached by a certain type of person, right? And you may have looked down on other people with that similar style, right? We have to be careful of what we say and do behind the guise of rights and, you know, what somebody should wear and not wear, or whatever, behind losing it to allow us and to justify us into bad behavior. You understand what I mean? Because
Yep.
let's be honest, when I look at all races, right, and you know, I want to talk about it at some point as a black community, right? And in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, I have no concrete data or anything like that, but I believe out of all the races, we have to be lower on the totem pole, lowest on the totem pole. And I think we're the lowest on the totem pole in the Western world, let me say, because all of the other races take pride in themselves, in their appearance, in their business, in what they say and do in public, and how they move as a community. I find we are so segregated as a community because since we've even started this journey, we have black women telling us what we're doing wrong, black men telling us what we're doing wrong. And it would be interesting to have people from other communities talking. But we have to be careful, right, in understanding that as a community, we have to, the black community has to hold the men accountable and the women accountable and ourselves accountable. So we men are holding our men accountable. We men are giving perspective and probably some insight into how women can hold their community accountable. Women do that for us as well, how to hold men accountable. And we have to hold each other accountable, because I don't want no woman to ever be seen. This is Neil Hoyt, wife, woman, girlfriend, whatever she is. I don't want nobody to see you. You woman walk him out in a petticoat and a curlers in Marcia, or a petticoat, or a pajama bottom. Nah, I have never had any woman around me that wore those things in public. I cannot think of one. It is beyond me that women feel that this is okay to do, that men feel it is okay to do, to dress how they dress and to move how they move. And then when they don't get the results that they're looking for in relationships, in business, in service, shoot, you go to Massey and you got on a bonnet as a man, a durag as a man. You go on a wife beater that look like you had it on all morning. You come in a basketball pants with 2 pockets out and your pants sagging, or you got on a jeans pants that 3 sizes too. But the person will feel you trying to rob the store.
Yep. Yep. You come to rob.
Okay, you as a woman now, you come in your bonnet, you come in, you know, you got on, I don't even know, like bonnet, and you got on a shirt that look like inappropriate for where you going. You got on a joggers or a pajama pants, or you know, you walking about in some home slippers and things like that there. When you go to the cashier counter, then a few come to block up something and they gotta treat you extra nice. Or knowing how we are here in Barbados and the Caribbean, we can feel standoffish, like this woman, like she can come in the block with me or whatever. But the point is that we gotta take more pride in it, because as much as you say it's a lack of self-respect and a lack of pride, I think it is that. I am not saying that. I am going to go on record and say there is no way you can have pride and walk around like that. There is no way that you don't look at least a bit presentable. You know what I mean? Because you don't know who looking, you don't know what gonna happen. Shoot, my mother used to tell me, and I know a lot of women say this too. I remember my mother used to tell you, make sure you go and get underwear, because you know you get licked down or something that day, you go to the hospital. Yeah, and you know, it's so funny because if you're a woman, you gone and something, God forbid, happened to you, you go on a bonnet, you got on as my man Jimmy was saying, a boxy dropout. You know, it looked like you gone a boy shorts.
What's
and
going on there?
you got on fuzzy slippers, and you got on a picky top, like wake up and roll out of bed, right? And you get, God forbid, you get sick or whatever, and you gotta be on the news. Let's say you win $1 million or something. I don't know what, but let's say the prime minister passed through and go interview you or something. And we know that the news, the media is good for them. So our people, anything happen. And again, the
Yeah.
community they want you. So
Yeah.
at the end of the day, as Monique said and as Derek has reiterated, it is not that we want or we expect women to go up there with the face beat, as they say, nails on point, hair on point, everything. But Kadir, I know women, I've been with women that hair was a mess, but you know what to do? Put that stuff in one and move. You understand what I mean? Know that wash the face, take a shower, go out, right? And be cognizant of how you dress, because as much as we know, and the thing is, we get this whole thing, we get idealistic and say, oh, we should not be judged on our appearance. We should not be judged on our appearance. People, we are judged on our appearance every day.
Every day.
Everyone is judged based on their appearance. Whether we like to believe it or not, you judge people by their appearance every single day. And the person that comes in here and says, no, I don't judge nobody based on their appearance, is a liar. I will go as far as to say that, because whether it be someone that is homeless, whether it's somebody begging for spare change, whether it's a person in a business suit, whether it is a woman that look good, whether it's a ratchet woman, we look at their appearance. I am asking, I telling you all. That is a fact. That's just what we are. That's what we do as human beings. Therefore, if that is the case, have some pride in yourself. If you know, and this is the thing, if you know, yeah, boy, I really deal with a woman. If I go and see a woman look good and she going on body and dealing with that, yeah, pull out your pants though. Wear nice fitting pants though. Don't wear the do-rag out though. And women, same thing. You know that you don't want to deal in a man in Timberlands. You know that you don't want to deal with a man with a baggy pants or like that. Wear clothes that are appropriate. So many times I've seen women dress, they know that they buy this top, they see this look online, and they say, you see this top, or you see this dress, or whatever. I see the model. The model is a size 0, That is size 0 and white. That is for me. I gonna fit into that. And you know full well that you're in a size 0, you're in a size 1. You know full well that you got big breasts. The poor model barely got a cup or whatever it's called. You got double D's. You know full well that you behind is a shelf behind there. You know what I'm saying? Any road. You know the poor white woman ain't got nothing at all. That poor disease that that some women are afflicted with. Like, we gotta stop it. We have to wear clothing that I have seen women wear tight clothing that perfectly accentuates their bodies and their assets, and I've seen women dress conservatively in terms of like loose fitting clothing or whatever that fits their form just as graciously. I'm not saying women don't wear nothing tight. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying if you can pull off a style, know that the style for you. That's why they got changing rooms and places. Man, there ain't no reason why you should go on a baggy pants. Yeah? I understand trends come and go on.
2021?
Yeah. I know trends come and go on everything. I mean, we talk about skinny jeans too. As you gotta lie down to regular out your jeans and regular your jeans.
Come on, man. Don't know it's skinny jeans.
There you just gotta lie down to put on your jeans and take them off.
Nah,
okay then.
But you know,
I know your swag is, I know is impeccable, but I just saying we have to be very cognizant of how we dress and how we move as a community, because when we look at other communities, right? Yes, we have seen people in the white community look ratchet or whatever, but by and large, that's not the image that they're portraying, right? If you go and look at white people, white man, white woman, whatever, you ain't gonna see that, whatever. They got certain things, and somebody did it, somebody actually Google search a black woman or a black man or something like that, and if you see the images that come out, like, I think if they say black hair, or if you, I can't remember what was the string of text you have to put in, but basically if you put in something like innocent, like black women hair or something like that, the images that come up versus white woman hair are completely different. And that is based on what and how they see us. So if we see ourselves as like, shoot, if we don't care about how we dress and we could go any old way, then we can't be vexed if we get the result.
When we are depicted that way. We can't. We can't. Yeah. And I was going to make the point that because we influence pop culture so much, right? these are the images that are presented to other races, presented to us, because everybody, sure, most of the people within this particular forum don't dress like that, right? They don't relate to that. But I'm certain we see it. We are all exposed to it, as this is the pop culture influence that we have to deal with, you know, and it's unfortunate in that we can't seem to be able to get around it, or seem to be able to shed some of those things and kind of process information for ourselves without recognizing what is being done to our ethnic image, right? Because when I say short person knowing kung fu, you know, is immediately you think some kind of Asian or Oriental, that kind of thing. If I say a man in a do-rag,
Shoot, watch this here now, Derek, and I know this can touch a nerve. I apologize if it does. But let's be honest and keep it real, because this is what this space is about. If you think about combative woman, a woman that can block, what images come to mind? Who do you see? Do you see a white woman with nice long flowing hair, her nails done? What's the first image?
Or do you see a woman in a bonnet with a petticoat?
I mean,
yeah, as you're right, Neil. There's certain things that are presented as an ethnic image, and it is.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I just see a comment there. I like it, Ray. I like it, Ray.
So Ray asked, so men shouldn't take on women in weave and makeup then, since the majority of Asian men don't like that. What's the image portrayed by makeup and hair? Or are we just leaving stereotypes at hair bonnets, and the curtain dresses we have seen other women wear when at home? Not my home, but I've seen women dress that way. Well, with regard to the makeup thing, Ray, is interesting because, as you rightly said, I don't know many men that like makeup. I can't say
makeup and weave. They're my thing.
I can't say I know many men that.
Not
like
saying that that's a deal breaker
either.
for me or most men. You know, it's not. We're not saying it's a deal breaker, but if given the opportunity to have a woman with natural hair, regardless of whether short, long, where you feel it is, where you feel it is, or makeup, you would find most men would want a woman
in her pretty much natural state. And don't get me wrong, I know that some men would prefer. Men don't have a problem with a little bit of makeup here and there, but I got a partner of mine, Scott, where you get your face beat back. When your face beat back with makeup, and it looked like some kind of.
I just got that. I just got like my face beat. I just got that. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. When you say woman face beat, does it mean with the colors and the black and blue? If she got in a fight, is that what they're trying to say?
Well, maybe the ladies can.
I would hate to think that that's it, yo. Because I never got that way somebody would say my face beat or something like that.
Yeah. I think Dion is making the point. The thing about makeup is that men don't like lots of makeup, because there are women out there wearing makeup and y'all don't even notice.
Yep. Subtlety.
Men cool with a little bit of
Subtlety.
makeup, you know. It's just sad to cut the grease and thing, come along. That's cool. I can't think of many men that even like lipstick, for example. Right? You know, for me personally, I find lipstick to be a bit of a nuisance, because if I want to kiss you, then I got to be wiping off my mouth. Sure, I really in a
I ain't gonna lie to you. You see the blush and everything like that. I remember I can't wear white in fats, you know. Because when you wear white in fats, it's like, oh Neil, how you doing? And come and hug you. When you go home, your shoulder full of beer makeup and powder and makeup and drama.
Yeah, and for me. As my cats would
But
say.
no. Sorry. Yeah, and for me. That ain't what doing me. But I see people talking about beat means made up and makeup. I understand what it means, but I'm trying to find out where it comes from. If it comes from the having the makeup means that you look like you were in a fight or like you got too black. I don't know, like face beat. I just don't understand why somebody would say it. Like Fleek was one that had me think, but face beat, I don't know. Your face was fully and fabulously slayed with the makeup.
Keisha is saying boxy out on boxes full of holes. Nonsense.
Oh dear.
Yeah, pretty much. And
it comes from gay slang. Oh, okay. All right, cool.
anybody should be seeing that, you know. Nick's asking if you know the difference when it comes to the makeup. A lot of
I
men
will
do.
tell you this, Nika. If anytime, you know what I love, and it has happened to me a few times, and there are women that are skilled at it. If you engage a woman, I have engaged women before where I couldn't tell if they had on makeup or not. It is just so well done and put on and everything. That especially now with quarantine, everybody know could go online and do their little makeup class and learn a little something to save time and money on doing them things themselves. I've seen women that you cannot tell they have on makeup, and then I've seen women that when you take a picture of them,
Before
they
and
look like
after, two different
face
people.
white like Michael Jackson and face dark like Derek, right? Like face look like me and body look like Derek, but I really do admire subtlety. The big thing with me is subtlety. I don't mind a woman. I don't even mind a woman dressing provocative if she does it in a matter or to accentuate herself. But what I can't stand is you wearing things. How to put this? Like you wearing something like too scandalous, or like you wearing like a see-through dress. You know what I mean? Like you go on a cruise with a netting thing, or like you're doing too much.
But I'll tell you what, Neil. Right? I don't think that's not for us.
Well, some men like that, so that's true.
But a lot of men don't. So I don't think enough men like it for it to be worth the effort. The makeup is for the sisterhood.
Yeah, then for me.
That's not for us. I would put it that it's the makeup.
And the hair too, cause
I got my face beat back because when they step out, the girls gonna ask who do my makeup on point. Yeah, look, you can't see none of my pores, that kind of thing. I didn't know what's going on with it, but that's how they.
But I will even go a step further, Derek. When we see the natural face with the pores and the pimples and everything like that, after seeing the makeup, we are disappointed. Because if you show us that natural face earlier, we say, okay, that's what we're working with.
If I let you that way,
good. But if I come and see you now, face smooth, I mean, as we Belgians say, smooth, right? And then you wake up next morning, bare pimples and things, like. And the thing is, right now, and we keep putting some of these videos out in the group chat and stuff with this sorcery that women doing with this makeup. Like, yo, literally, you can look like a completely different person with makeup and hair. That is why Neil Hoyt carry ADC. And I want to see what flow away. I know when they tell me they got waterproof makeup and all this and all that and all the third and fourth, right? But I want to see you go underwater. I want to see you swim boat. I want to see.
The girls ain't carry the weave.
Well, then I ain't carrying away after that. That's all I could tell you.
Yeah, the girls ain't water. The girls ain't dealing with that
what was it? Was it? You gotta give me the not me.
Shit, you know you got that covered up. You know you got you covered with that.
Not me.
Where that's concerned.
Not me.
Exactly, not me. But yeah.
Yeah, I think though a lot of this stuff is there's so much more that's bubbling under the surface where this is concerned, because I think I asked a question at the top: what is your mirror image? You know, are you proud of that reflection that you see? And I think that's a big problem. We've come to the point where now I see the girls again. I remember when I used to jump back in the day. I would just be like, yeah, we pawn some block if I feel like it.
Alright then.
And let me go walk up my road. But no, the girls going down the
high
road
heels,
in heels,
full makeup, body spray.
They go wake up at 4 o'clock to get the makeup do, and I mean shoot, makeup artists make money.
Yeah, no, I mean nobody knocking out.
You know, but to me, I don't understand how we become so, let's say, superficial, for want of a better word.
I will
in that.
Go ahead.
In that I don't get it.
For me, I see it as, again, women, if I trigger you, I'm sorry, but this is how I see it as a man. I see it as seeking validation. You get because men don't care, especially Kaduma there, we don't even care if you have 2 eyes and a mouth. All we concerned is that bumper spinning. If you have on makeup on that day, you are doing that for some form of, again, this is my opinion, some form of validation. You want a million pictures taken of you. You want somebody to ask you about your face being beat down or beat back or whatever it is, or beat up. You want somebody to say, girl, you look great and this and that next. You want the attention to validate you in saying, yes, I look great, which is amazing to me. Again, I can have it wrong, but you need to put on accessories to seek validation in your appearance. For me, I don't understand, because we men don't care. We men
But
don't
here's the
care.
thing, Neil. You beat back your face and then throw a bonnet by your head.
But so now that's a problem for me. That's a problem for me. Like you gotta pick a struggle. You gotta pick if you pop down or if you glamming up. But you can't be
Kind of straddling
nah, you can't be in a
things.
struggle pony and you can, you know what I mean? So yeah, I just feel like we have gotten to a space where women get makeup done to go to pool parties. Women get makeup done to go to the beach and take pictures. Men wearing some
Yeah, I saw naked. I think it was saying that men wearing weaves and
yeah, man, go on the bit,
today
yeah, the
hairlines
beard
and
weave
things like
and thing,
that.
and I mean, because we're guilty of it too, now, man. We started to get guilty of it too, where we putting on this fake beard weave and man, bald. Like my man Derek decided, but you see, Derek came up in the Michael Jordan era. He made it cool to go bald head, and thank God he got a nice shaped head. Man, look, the man carries it well, but no, I
Shoot.
can't carry a bald head well. I got a little peanut hair going on in the middle here, so and I can't carry a bald head. However, I would rather
Be glad you were able to grow some hair.
exactly. Well, if I were to ever start losing my hair, where I have to either consider getting a front lace or going bald, I can go bald.
I think it's a lace front. It's a lace
Well, that
front.
goes to show you,
Ladies, you can let me know if it's a lace front or
man,
front
it don't
lace.
matter if it's a front lace, back lace, I don't care. But the point is I see a man getting extensions. I see a man getting like I saw one dude that had like a receding hairline there. Man had a receding hairline, and they did this thing where the man had like I don't know if you remember what Killmonger looked like in Black Panther, Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
They literally had a receding hairline with no hair, and then all of a sudden, when it done it, the man looked like Michael B. Jordan in that movie, and they like, yo, we carrying it too far here now. We going too far, and I think that men are we are starting, and I don't blame the manufacturers. I'm saying we gotta be comfortable with who we are and what we have. If you're going bald,
Yep.
and the thing is, if you're going bald, you could look at your father and see that. If you never met your father and you don't know any men in your thing, you gonna know full early out when things starting to fall out. Wait, Neil, you're talking about Jalen Rose. Neil, oh dear no. All I will say to that, right, is Jalen, as a man that is older than me,
Has an outstanding
hairline. They call it the cleanest hairline in all the sports. And if that is real, yo, that man genetics on pinpoint.
Claire is making the point that it's a confidence issue as well, in that you're implying that you won't like a pimple-faced girl, but you'll engage with a smooth-faced girl. I don't think that that's what he's saying, but he's saying, if that's who you are, give me that
straight up.
And we can work with it.
And oh, go ahead, Derek. Finish your. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, because don't sell me a bill of goods. Don't sell me a lemon. Don't tell me it's one thing and then when they buy it, it's something else. You know what I mean? They can say heels build sexy legs.
Agreed. But when you wear heels to a pool party, I got a problem with that.
When you wear heels from Warrens to Spring Garden,
I got a problem with
that. It builds strong legs. I'm not sure about
Facts.
Dion is saying to that statement that this is where it originated. We've been sold that a certain image is what men like.
Hold on. What image? Here's my question to the ladies in the chat. And this is for me asking out of, I think I got kind of under a clue, but who sold us this image? Who sold us this image?
Yeah.
Was that person a black person? Let's be real. Who sold us this image of what women should look like with their hair and their makeup and everything like that? Because we black men, men ain't care. We used to always hear Master Derek. She got a fat ass, nice thighs, a nice breast look right, legs look thick. You know what I mean? Shoot, we as black men don't ever really necessarily care if the belly flat or not. Cause we understand the belly may be commensurate with the size of the behind and the size of the breast and the legs. So the man will take all of that day in a one. So
that's a fact. Clearly saying sisters with imperfect skin use makeup to meet a standard of beauty they know men better appreciate. And I cannot say that that is necessarily so. I find that, as we said just now, men are not nearly as concerned with those kinds of things. Because men, I don't know any men that like makeup and weave.
And the thing is, we can ask the men in here. We can ask the men in here. We have men in here that can speak. That we know each other, but we're not necessarily close. Men, Katin, Ray, Steve, Jimmy, sound off, Anton. Sound off and let us know what do you like? Do you like to see women in makeup and weave, or to you it don't matter?
If she got short haircut, you work with her. If she bald like me, you work with
that.
Steve is asking, what about situations where your significant other is asked to dress a certain way? I have a friend who's normally conservatively dressed, but her boyfriend used to want her to dress, for lack of a better word, slap, just so the attention is on him because he's got the hottest girl on his arm. Man has it. If she didn't comply, he'd be upset. He got some confidence issues.
Insecurities, yeah.
I see Dion saying exactly that. He got some confidence issues of his own, in that he needs to throw a few weight, and he needs to work that out for himself. Become true. It's a lace front, Neil.
Neil does not care. It could be a side lace. I don't care.
And Nick is saying your hair looks good for 4 locks. Or as a friend of mine would call it, fox locks.
Who's that? Who got fox locks? I mean 4 locks.
They say your hair is looking good for some.
Me? Nah, by my name. Nah.
Erica is singing. Welcome, Erica.
Yeah, good night, Erica.
It's all for the gram. It's all for professional photographers taking your photo to post on social media. Professional hair and makeup stands up to the scrutiny. But but that's for, as you say, it's for the gram. It's for your friends. Don't say it's for men, because as Neil said, we don't really care like that. You know what I mean? Claire says one word, alopecia. It's a serious issue for women who, again, are trying to meet a standard that men would find attractive. It's not.
Hold on, time out. How many people out of 10 people? Out of 10 women? How many women got alopecia to the point where they need to conceal it to feel confident? Let's be honest here, because I know women that have issues with their skin, but it is not nearly like I see these severe cases online and in commercials and stuff like that, where their face is broken out constantly and they go, do a whole lot of things. I know people that literally have skin issues, but they're not many. Sometimes I see women in makeup to the point where I notice it's makeup, and I know you without makeup. Why would you wear makeup? And granted, men are attracted to these women, but not necessarily because of the makeup.
Yeah. Cross, it's not fair to say it's done for validation. In many cases, a face beat, a full glam, etc. is done for the woman who's doing it because she simply she feels like it. So stop trying to put this on men. We don't care about your makeup. Ladies, we do not care about your makeup. I came from the days of jumping in nothing but sunblock and a splash of glitter if you fancy, and fitting in short pants, but they've also performed in the full glam and chosen to go and even play a mask in the full do down, minus the heels and too many feathers because they like to walk up. Just because, why not, eh? I never did it in hopes of attracting attention, because short pants or full glam are working up the same way, and a lot of women are the same. So again, it's for y'all.
Yeah, for me.
It's not for men, right? Erica's basic point is that Kim Kardashian and all the Insta models that get in thousands of likes is what is setting the standard. Yes. They are setting the standard. That's the image. Who sold the image at Cross? The white man, the proper, neat, tidy European standards of beauty.
Fact. And why are we trying to call we always talk about conforming? Why when a man we got conform to when a man? We black men telling all women about certain things, why you conforming to when a man, but you're still beating down your face to the white man's playbook. You're still doing it your hair to the white man's playbook. Man, don't can listen, yo. I know a man might say, yeah, like a woman long hair or whatever. And yes, there are some women that can't do that. There's some women that, for whatever reason they can't do it or whatever. But you know what? And I see Nika here making the point that women that got the face beat down or beat back or whatever lack attention. And because of them face though, Nika, I guarantee you that a man will look across the room in effect and say, yo, that woman make her on point, yeah. I go over and talk to this woman, yeah. I have never Derek, you could call me, you could tell me
I've never heard of it.
we have stood up next to each other in facts. And sometimes we've never even seen the face. You understand? Facts. We just see how the woman moves, we see how the woman looks, and we go from there.
Dion, I think y'all like moderation, not no weave, no makeup. Because trust that y'all can't always tell either weave or makeup. But here's the thing. The makeup, yeah, if it's well done,
we just get disappointed.
Lighting or whatever, you might not pick it up. Okay, granted. But the hair, black hair grows from the root with a particular texture. It got a certain kink in it and stuff like that. So generally speaking, when we see with this long, what do you call it, the proverbial weave or something so flowing coming down to your backside, we kind of pick up, you know what, this hair so may not necessarily be the hair that you grew from.
No, watch it. Oh, go ahead.
We kind of pick it up when we see, certain things going on in your head. We kind of get the idea, or this in it. You know what I mean? So there's something there you could rest out on screen.
All right. But I would say this. I would say for the most part, we may be disappointed if we find out because I am very poor at finding out. I ain't gonna like you. I real bad with discerning if something is weave or if it's or not, and some women do the makeup really well. But for me, when I find out that it is weave, I'm like, oh, it's not a deal breaker. I'm not saying it's a deal breaker. Well, depends on the type of weave, cause yeah, I real funny with hair. I like natural hair. But the point is that I am disappointed when I find out. That's me. And most men that I talk to, right, they may not have a problem with the weave and everything like that. But honestly, if you ask the man weave or no weave, men they care. Men really don't care.
Yeah, that standard has kind of been established by Instagram. Black people are running that, and the various images we get through entertainment and social media and stuff like that. Alopecia is here. Law says clear. Yeah, we know. You'd be surprised how many women have alopecia, and a lot of it will come from that plaiting of the hair, even though it's supposed to be a protective style, but you plait too tight, you pull away here for the root. Yeah. I know a little bit. Because natural, Erica is asking, what do you mean by natural? Because natural is blemishes, hyperpigmentation, natural is thinning hairline, natural is oily skin and pimples. And if that is what you are, here's the thing, ladies, right? This is how I like to look at it. If you are a Bentley or a Rolls Royce, you don't need a spoiler, you don't need spinning rims. Come off a lot as you are, right? Here's the thing. If you are a moke and you put on spinning rims, spoiler, body kit, all that there, you are just a souped up moke.
I love it. No, I'm not laughing at you. I just picturing that image in my head.
But I'm just saying, you know, at some point, when there was a guy, he actually divorced, or well, I think he sued his wife when he discovered that she was not the person that he had married, because she looked like somebody completely different when he got home. I don't know how they got married, but it got that far that he actually married and everything, and then discovered that she was not that, you know. But as you said, you had said it earlier, it's a huge letdown when you discover, you know, that this person is not the person you thought they were. And I think Nika says it here, the ladies with the face beats hardly lack attention.
But why are they? And I see Karen. Good night, Karen. Hope you're well. I see. You know, she made mention to if you put a picture of a natural woman next to a woman with her makeup or whatever, who gets more attention. Let me tell you something. And listen. So okay, I see what's the problem here, right? We have to make mention of what men we are talking about, right? Because they got a lot of men out here, all enough men. But we talking about men. I got a little sense in the head though that really about dating with intention and building a family and about the business and taking care of certain things, right? And you will find most of those men that are about their business, about their self-image and their worth and building a family, whatever. The men don't care about makeup. You know how many? You know how many? I can actually think of a picture in my head right now where there is a dark skinned woman that's dark complexion, and her face is natural. Or maybe she has on makeup. I can't tell. But what I'm saying is it looks natural. I cannot tell that she does not have on makeup or if she does. Then next to her is another woman, my complexion, and she has her face. I can tell she has on makeup. Both of them are very attractive. As a matter of fact, the woman my complexion has bigger breasts, bigger hips, everything like that. And I found myself gravitating toward the darker woman simply because she had nice breasts, she had nice hips, nice thighs, everything like that. Her body was really good. But I found myself looking at her because she looked naturally beautiful and stunning to me. And I love that. And that's me. And I find most men like that. And the men that we talk about are men that are have a certain level of awareness, intelligence, and wherewithal when it comes to going about their business and having and wanting certain things for themselves in life. We're talking about a man that can drink a long neck and go cruising when the weekend come and wear jerseys and do rags and stuff. We talking about that. We talking about men that understand who they are, what their value is, and move to suit. Shoot, I don't even mind a man that wear a durag or whatever when he round he boys or whatever. But when he moving on a date or when he goes in certain circles, because that's even to me, if you know when and where and how, that's exactly what we're talking about. You have discernment. You have an understanding that your appearance matters in every setting that you go. But if you wear one appearance for every setting, are you in a rapper or a ball player?
Yeah, I mean, sure. If you're gonna album,
Yeah, what you doing? What you doing?
Nika says women are brutal to each other. Sometimes this isn't for you, and yes, that's my point. It's not. I don't even think you. I think you could take hope. Sometimes this isn't for us, right? As I said, it's for the sisterhood because women know the criticism that they're going to get from other women if they come out in a particular way and everything in on point, right? So I know it's kind of low hanging fruit to say that that's the women that get the attention and stuff like that. Trust me, the women that get the attention on the gram and the thousands of like as Erica kind of alluded to, those things are not right. The women who get those likes are not getting those likes because of the makeup. Believe
and the likes that they're getting from the women, maybe because the makeup. There, you want me to play the clip here now?
Yeah, man, probably play that.
The one in front of here is Brazil. The frontal is Brazil. I would dry it off if them get offended. This is pervert.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Karen is here. Karen says, men say, hey, we care nothing about makeup. Reality, put two photos of women alongside each other, one natural and one in the all editions. Makeup, we see which pics get the most likes. So this is about likes. This is about clicks. This is about likes. This is what this is, right? And it keeps coming back to that. I realize. And here's the thing. This is the question they're gonna ask now. The pics that get in the likes. Which girl is the one that is being taken up for a relationship? Because men have a fairly accurate assessment of where they rank in terms of understanding which girls enter the league and stuff like that.
Yep.
So, for example, I am in a couple of group chats that are just men, and invariably you would get a whole deluge of half nakedness and pornography and stuff like that in the various chats, right? But then everybody ogling the women or whatever. But then when you look at the spouses of the men that are, salivating over these pictures, their spouses look nothing a lot of times like the women that they're drooling over. You know what I mean? So men get a fairly good understanding of where they rank from very early, and they understand, certain things might be just a bit beyond me. I ain't gonna check there. Let me hold along here. So with this girl, that just cool. Yeah, I don't need a girl that look like that. That need. And again, I'll say, if you are a mork, you are a mork. And then about spinners and flashing lights and spoiler and rims, then you can put on it to make it a Bentley.
I want to add to what you're saying there, Derek, because another thing men do, and again, this is to give you all an understanding of what caliber of men we are talking about. Men that are serious about relationships and serious about their life and what they're trying to attain, their self-worth. When a man look at a woman with all the makeup, all of the accessories, hair, nails, everything, right? When we thinking about this woman for a serious potential partner that we looking to merge lives, resources, and everything like that, all of them things adding up, all of them things, they're a cost, whether it's you buying makeup, getting it done, or whatever. So then what we men would do is we would ask ourselves, okay, do we want, and sometimes it's not even about money. Shoot, do I want to be late because my woman was putting on her makeup? You understand? It's like that becomes a whole entity within itself. We start to think, okay, this woman is very into her looks. She is very into her makeup, hair, everything like that, her nails. If we get in a relationship to the point where we're looking to merge lives, get domesticated, everything like that, would this become a problem? I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying that women can't take care of themselves. It's not what I'm saying. It's not what I'm saying. It's not what I'm saying. But obviously, if children come into play, we start to merge lives and take on certain debt and stuff like that, then some sacrifices have to be made. And you start to wonder as a man, would she be comfortable making those types of sacrifices? Not you're going to ask her, well, you can't get your nails done no more, we got a mortgage. Or, we got 2 children, we got a second child now, so you can't get your face beat back and got a Peruvian, right? That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it comes down to, when we look at a woman, yes, we see sex. Yes, it is physical. But when we see a woman for a potential partner and a mate, we start to really put them down like Sherlock. I don't know who's what Sherlock or whatever. Or you start to analyze from head to toe if this person really, personality, everything like that too. But you weigh everything into it. And if she spend $500 a month on her hair, makeup, nails, dresses, etc., shoot, I don't know how things cost, so forgive me if it's a $500 and it sounds like nonsense, right? If she spends that a month on herself to look good, fine on her. But if we get married and certain things come into play, like she wants a car, or she wants to go and get further her education, or she wants to do certain things, then don't tell me I can't afford to buy a car, but every month your face beat down. Or you go on the latest weave, and your nails always do. And you want to borrow my car to go with you girls. And you want to go and pick up this, and you want to pick up that, and you inconvenience me. Because to me, as men are very practical. Shoot, we already married you. We already in a committed relationship with you. So we already see you without the makeup and the hair and the nails. So again, we understand that is not for us. But let us get away from this argument of men liking these pics because of these makeup and hair, or we attracted to women because these makeup and hair, or those are things we want. I am telling you, I have so many anecdotal stories about women telling me about other women who, I had an ex-girlfriend one time tell me she knew a woman that had a boyfriend that she used to sleep by, and she would wait till the man fell asleep, and she would take off her makeup and her hair. She would sleep next to the man, set an alarm, wake up really early, go to the bathroom, put on her hair, put on a little makeup, and come and lay back down. I called her a liar. And she told me, no.
That sounds like a lot.
She said, no. And the funny thing about it is, through the years, I kept hearing those kinds of stories. And I'm like, I just don't understand how much work that is. That is so much work to me. If you got the man, you're sleeping by the man, I don't understand. What's the problem? At some point, if we're going to get married, the man got to see what you look like. So if it's beat, if it's your face beat, what's the opposite of face beat? Beatless? Beatless? Sans beat? Sans beat.
That's the French. Sans beat. Yeah, Eric can say it's so much about the gram that some don't even bother with makeup, but filters are applied before posting. Yeah, I watch Neeks Man. I don't know if anybody knows what Neeks Man. Neeks Man is a Bajan comic. Excuse me, Bajan comic living in England, and he has out a comedy special on YouTube. You should check it out. Neeks Man, Neeks. Yeah, man. Look for it. It's hilarious. But he talks about in one of his sketches. He talks about this lady who was doing. She posted some pictures on Instagram, and she said there was no filter, no makeup on them, and people were in the comments saying how brave she was. And he was like, if people are telling you that you're brave for posting your pictures without makeup and without a filter, they're telling you you're ugly. You know what I mean? And I find it so interesting that, as Erica says, people have to post filters and stuff like that. Karen is saying her her pics are shared without filters. She likes herself. Greg Fergie. He says, Neil, it's called high maintenance. And yes, it's not just about money. I used to talk to a lady one time who said, she had an encounter with a guy who called her high maintenance. And she said, yes, I am high maintenance, but I maintain my damn self. So power to the ladies who can maintain yourself. If you could maintain it, go right ahead.
But don't come crying to me when you can't do certain things for your
Yeah, because
that's all they say.
I'll put it out here right now. I cut my hair when I was 16 years old. Right? That's when I removed the hair top. I haven't had hair since. I haven't had the occasion to buy a comb, anything like that. I would use a little small comb for the beard and things. So don't ask me to buy an hair for you here. That's me. I haven't had hair for 16 years. Sorry, since I was 16. I ain't been here.
Yeah, I ain't paying to get your nails do, hair do, makeup do. That's a you thing. The same way you ain't paying to get my hair.
So if you feel that I cheat because I ain't doing it, I ain't doing it. Sorry.
Yep.
Nika is saying if you make it and keep you back and you vex, you could go and sit in front of the fan to do my ready. Well, to be fair, if depending on where I'm going and how important, because I like to be early, I would sit in my car. The AC blows very nicely, and it blows even cooler while I'm driving. So hopefully you'll be able to take your ride to follow me when you get there, because I will not be late waiting for makeup. That's just me. And yeah, she say he's saying like a woman like him. Yeah, so I will cool off in the car as I'm on the way to the venue. They're ready in the quarantine.
And then when you can't get there or can't afford taxi because you spend all your money in makeup and hair, and I will tell you how it is.
That part is really not, my
that's
concern.
inconsequential to you.
Yeah, I will not be late
for nonsense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I ain't gonna do it. So if you're gonna do the makeup, if you know your makeup process is take you half hour, start cranking from earlier sweets, because Erica says, I don't wear makeup daily, but I put on the extra effort for going out. It makes you feel special. Something about a red lip makes you feel extra. Can't relate? I'll take your word for it, Erica. Karen says, need to look for a woman who's comfortable looking like Dobby the house elf and looking like Elsa Kinch. Here's the thing about Elsa Kinch. She was not particularly an attractive woman. I didn't think so. So I wouldn't want you to look like Elsa Kinch.
Also, Karen, you're dating yourself there with the Elsa Kinch. So I just... We know. Those who know knows. To that point, Derek, though, I mean, shoot, I love a woman that can be a chameleon. I love a woman that when she home, she could look ordinary but still attractive. She doing whatever she doing around the house or whatever, and she looks nice. She looks pretty to me. And then when we go out, as Erica was saying, she makes the extra effort or whatever. Again, for the playoffs. Exactly, which does not necessarily mean makeup and hair, because I know that they all say, "Oh, your men don't care," but all of a sudden she gonna make an effort. No, that's what I'm saying. Because again, you could put on a nice lip gloss, style back your hair in one, and you got me.
Then it's a lip blam.
All you gotta do is go on that nice little black dress, whisper in my ear that you're gonna undies, and we good to go. Let me right.
Let me rock. Yep. Cool. You know what I mean? Where am I? Right. Jennifer is agreeing with me. She's not gonna be late either.
Yeah,
Cross is saying if you had a woman who is not high maintenance but likes to be pampered occasionally by doing her nails or getting her hair done, you wouldn't pay for that as a gift on occasion.
that's different. That's
But
don't let me
don't be
don't
asking me to
conflict.
buy the proverbian every week.
No.
And doing it.
Shoot, I've bought spa and stuff for women I've dated and for people and stuff like that. I've done that before. But am I going to fund your hair, fund your nail
No.
tech campaign or whatever every month? Hell no, because exactly, I have no problem in treating you to a special pampering session, but I do believe
But here the thing, Neil,
would you hold on, would
I like how you describe it. Treating. Don't feel that you can come and, be disrespectful, talk to me any or how, treat me or any or how, and then again just roll wrong and say, man, look, gonna treat yourself to whatever. Nah.
I think certain things I'm firmly a proponent of I am a firm proponent of taking care of yourself, right? So for me, it's getting a haircut, is making sure I have the right products for my skin, soaps, my hair, taking care of myself, right? I do not expect a woman to come into my life and all of a sudden, if she wants to buy me a one-off product that she thinks will make my hair look curlier or shinier or whatever, or a face product or whatever, that's fine. But I believe certain things as a man are on me to take care of for myself. Likewise, but shoot, and even as a man, as a person, as an adult. So if you feel as a woman that part of your self-care regime is to get your hair done, your makeup done, your nails done, that is on you. Because you have to take care of yourself. There are certain basic things you have to take care of yourself, because we men don't receive haircuts as birthday gifts. We men don't go there asking, yeah, babe, I want a little $10 to get my haircut. We don't do that. We don't do that. We don't do that, right? So it's not that we do not have a problem. If that's your thing, that's your thing. But that is not for us. And even if it were for us, that is mainly for you. So you take care of you, and let's keep it trucking.
Yeah, Nick is making the point. It said if my forehead big with my hair pulled back.
Well, Nick, sweet girl.
Hold on, bye. Hold on, buying.
What is that
say
killing
all
me?
the things you guys are saying are basically saying you don't do excess. Yeah.
Man, simple, yo. The men that we describing again, I see the problem here. We talked about men as a cross section, but when we talk about men, who the cap fits, right? When I talk in generalities, who the cap fits. I can say that every episode. So the men that we are talking about are men that, we want you to look good, we want you to look attractive, we want you to be a reflection of us. So if you have a man, some men would like the makeup and everything like that. But generally, men don't care. Men are secure, men who are secure in themselves and know full well who they are and what they want to reflect them. They may want a woman to look like Mama Raw when she come out the house. You understand? We want a woman that looks just as beautiful as we are handsome. You understand? If that means you put your hair in a ponytail and get your face done, again, you're doing it for you. You're doing it for you.
And your
girlfriends. Therefore, if a man come and say, well, how come you wear, if you're a woman that don't feel like wearing makeup or whatever, and a man come and say, well, how come you don't wear makeup? That's a red flag, in my opinion.
That's a red flag. Now that you bring that up, I want to ask the ladies in here, how many times throughout your life has any of your boyfriends, past or present, said to you, yeah, babes, put on some makeup here, so or buy some here. That's
funny enough. I remember hearing something. A man say he want a woman with you so he can sweat it out.
Jesus.
Yo, you ever smell sweaty weave, Derek? My good God.
Hey, dead cats. Which goes back to one of my points from the top of the show. Wash your ass, wash your hair, wash your hands and feet. Mm-hmm. Right? Erica, I was schooled by my brother that women don't ask men for money to buy Remy. they spend their money, they ask the man to help her. Oh,
Oh, here
jeez,
we go.
to help her pay the rent or food low, as she need help this month.
To in nowhere, you face beat and you go on Remy and you nails thing and you talk you need money for your utilities. I simply ain't got it. Whether my bank account going $1 billion or not, I simply don't have it.
I ain't got it.
Can't help
I
you.
ain't got it.
Fresh out of luck with me.
Wow. Clear saying when I had here to put him on, it looked like a minor. Have mercy. Winsome, good to
Yeah,
see
Vincent.
you. Winsome is in the house.
Good night.
Welcome. So, what do you say to the guys who say my woman likes to look this way? It makes her happy, and when I spend money to make her feel happy, then I am being a good partner.
I don't. No. Again, your partner likes to look a certain type of way, and that's what makes her happy. I don't know, whatever, fulfilled or whatever. That is fine. And us wanting her to be happy by treating her for her birthday or on a special occasion or whatever, that is fine. But if every month I go and make you feel happy by funding this excess, I just don't know. It's for me it's like yeah, because you gotta ask yourself, right? Like, what are you? Because okay, let's look at it on the flip side. No, don't let me do that, because I was gonna say a man likes to look a certain sort of way, right? No, a man may be into skincare products. He may be into a certain levels of bath gel. He may be into a certain razor and certain, like for me, I use a certain type of blades or whatever, because if I use other blades like Bic, for example, my face can get chopped up. I can't use Bic, so I use Gillette, before blade, whatever. Would a woman buy those things for me every month? Would it be like I always like to shave, I like to look clean cut, I like to look, just call me a pretty boy, I'm having a problem. That's why I like, you know what I mean? Would a woman feel comfortable providing that for me every month? Some would. But the question is I just feel like that's something I have to do for me as an adult.
It should be.
Like, my role as an adult is to take care of myself and my image and how I feel about myself aesthetically. So therefore, if a woman, what if the man is Kevin Samuels, you mean? But what he's saying is that if for you need to look good, if looking good for you is making sure you have hair and weave and makeup and nails and stuff like that, and that's fine. I'm not telling women not to do those things. But what we're trying to say here is we're getting rooted into understanding it is not for us. And it is rooted in something that is for you. And whatever you want that to facilitate for you. Just like me having my beard, my face, whatever, and my hair, whatever, that is for me. And that is something I facilitate for me. So yeah, I ain't helping a woman. I am helping no adult in maintaining themselves, especially on what I consider a very base level. If it is so important to you.
Coming back to Erica's scenario, where we remember ask the men to help with the rent and stuff like that. My guys, this is an all too common occurrence, right? Which is why I encourage my guys to be very, very careful when it comes to putting your hand in your pocket to hand over your money, right? Fellas, I'm talking to you here, Penny Real. Do not believe that this situation is a one-off. This thing happens often. I've heard of more than one situation where men would help women build a house. Should we know of my story from a guy in the north? He was helping a woman. He took out a loan to help a woman build a house, and she was living in the house with her boyfriend, and he was essentially facilitating that, right? No, he and this woman wasn't in there. He just like,
he's a mop man,
literally a mop man, right? And he was facilitating that, and he and the woman would talk to him, but never on that level. And she had somebody else living in the house. There was another situation with a guy. He was paying rent for his woman's apartment, house, whatever it was. A house it was. And every month, as God sent, the landlord would come and you would take the money and stuff like that. And after a little while, the woman put him from the house. And then he came to discover that the landlord was, in fact, the woman's boyfriend, and the house was actually hers. So, guys, I
Don't,
really
as
caution
a man
you.
there say, don't let the viscous innards.
Yeah, don't let the viscous innards kind of lead you astray to doing that kind of stuff. Shout out to mediocre tutorials and reviews. Um, but I find it interesting here that the ladies are saying that they have never really had any man telling them to, put on some hair and reel their nails. Cross is saying, so further to that, say your woman has regular wax, skin care, etc. As a married couple, you would want that to be a separate part of the budget. This is me asking a question that could potentially be another Senate subject. Do you share incomes or for the budget, or keep income separate all the way? And I'm just curious for opinions, not saying it should be one way or the other.
For me, I can answer that real quick. I don't have a problem if look, here tune. If you and your partner are making enough bank, right? That you say, look, you know what, babe? I realize that we are two fine looking MFs. And we always want got we swag up. We always want to get our hair done, nails done, whatever. And we want to make that a part of our self-care. There is nothing in starting a budget or an account where you could take from that, so that you kind of pool your resources into that. And, it ain't a problem to say, well, I know my hubby like some blades and some certain style of boxers, I can buy this, or, there's nothing wrong with that, there's nothing wrong with that. Once you can afford it, and once you can budget and make sure that you ain't missing the payments on anything, and your children got food and everything, that again, the education, then that's fine. But we're talking about situations where, you know, there are men that fund women and their habits because they don't have certain things in place. They don't, like, bills ain't paid, rent need paying, or whatever like that. And situations where, you know, you are in a marriage and you feel as though you have to pay for those things for upkeep. Like, the only thing I upkeeping is my car door. If I want to me, upkeeping a partner is making sure she sees the doctor regularly, sees the dentist regularly. She is living her best healthy life in terms of diet and in terms of working out, right? But I would rather pay for those things more so than hair, nails, and whatever. I pay for gym, and I would pay for my gym membership every month. And don't come for me telling me, oh, you want your woman to look at this and like next. I want my woman to live with me. If I live to 80, I want she to be next to me. Simple, right? So I would pay for a gym membership for women, but there's nothing wrong in consolidating resources, a portion of your resources to healthcare. I don't.
But here's the thing, Neil. Makeup can't eat.
Wait.
Hair can't eat. So don't got a separate budget for buying them things. I want to there. So God,
El Sardon.
grass don't digest good.
El Sardon,
you know what I mean?
and Eclipse.
So, for example, don't be going and spending your money and, like, since we talk about crop over, jumping in a band. And as you say, you ain't take care of the children, you left out the children's school clothes.
You begging both for school clothes money, taking out a loan for books.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. You know what I mean? Yeah, see, the women are saying that they have no problem buying the razors and stuff like that. Karen is saying, I remember the ex, keyword X, who once told me my hair looked bad and I needed to go get it done. His friend looked at him and told him that was a reflection on him if I wasn't looking right. And yes, I agree. It is a reflection on him if you ain't looking a certain way. Because the first thing people are going, I know I've had girlfriends in the past. If you're leaving home and you look a certain way, they'll say, this how you going out. The first thing the people say, you got an owner. I remember when I was married back in there. The ex-wife would say, you're a married man, you can't go like that. People would say, that you're not essentially you're not representing the marriage right. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's a reflection on you when your partner doesn't look a certain way. So you got to take that into consideration. Cross, to be honest, I'm not sure where the idea that these things are done by women for men came from, but most of us, it's for us as far as I know, the things we aesthetic wise do for our men now, devils, naughty face. Yes, the makeup and hair thing is for women. It is
If
for
you want the
women.
man,
It ain't got a thing to do
if
with
you
men.
want the man, I telling you, if trust me, ask your husband, ask your boyfriend, ask your friends. If you put on makeup and weave and hair and nails, or if you just get on all natural but in a nice short black dress, do you think the man attack?
Yeah. And to Dion's point too, Dion made the point. A lot of things we don't even notice. Although I saw Karen said earlier, Karen was making the point that I've never had a man tell me to put on makeup or weave, but they always took notice more when they put on makeup. I had the hairstyles and nails done. And that is because we notice something outside of the ordinary. And not to say that you look ordinary, but we notice when there's been a little a paint job, for example, on the car. We pick that up. We notice the difference. We can tell the difference. But if you come and beat back every week, every day, that's your default now. You know what I mean? How you going up from there? Steve, Niels, she's always well put together, but doing the foodie calls. You might be saved in her phone as Neil Max.
I have never ever been saved. But I love that Steve though. I love that Steve though.
You see it as Neil Maps. Yeah, this is what, again, guys, it cautions you to be very, very careful when it comes to putting your hand in your pocket and leading with your wallet where these relationships are concerned. This is how I look at it. How were you getting through before me?
Shoot.
You know what I mean? What were you doing to make it work before me? You know, and there's a saying I love. Your problems are not my emergencies.
Ooh, I love that. I love that.
Your problems are not my emergencies. So if me and you hook up, get together, and all of a sudden, you gotta buy a dress to go this place, or you all of a sudden you rent gotta get paid. I mean, who was paying you rent before? You know what I mean? We a month in. How were you? The rent in now come up. You've been living here 3 years. I know you a month, 2 months, and all of a sudden, you want me to help you with the rent. How are you making it work? You know what I mean? But I think we as gentlemen, in an effort to provide and protect, feeling that kind of pressure, I believe, we think that that's what we should do. I run in and I ready to save the day, and then you kind of get screwed over in the long run. So I would caution gentlemen to be a little bit more circumspect when it comes to stuff like that. And the ladies are talking here now about the stuff that they've bought and provided for their husbands. So ladies,
I see Cross and who's the other person saying that they got the problem buying razors and stuff for the man, I think. Listen, if y'all want to, I can start a GoFundMe or OnlyFans. We should start OnlyFans. If y'all want to maintain my smooth skin hair, have the razors. If you like what you're seeing, drop us some money, man. Help me buy up some rather expensive fusion blades.
Erica is saying a shared account for household, but separate for personal expenses. But no one is stressing me about buying another pair of shoes. Again, I've never worn heels. If you want to buy some heels, buy them with your money. I cool with that. Because as you said, I ain't want, when you buy the shoes, I don't want to go out and put saying, man, these here look good, we want to wear for my money. Because if I buy any shoes, I don't want to be like, but yeah, I ain't really done with it.
And I ain't really want to be thinking about heels on that level. So
yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Neil, Karen is asking you to hook her up with a gym membership. Y'all can
the
work
gym
that
membership is only for people that I am seeing or sleeping with. So I would say no. And I would yeah.
Which man did they run away on, Nika?
No. They're talking about when the woman, how your rent was getting paid before.
Ah. Oh, okay.
So obviously the man would have run out. was paying the rent before.
Yeah. Well, if that is the case, you need to call that dude.
Sure.
I am certain he's still somewhere near.
Mhm.
You should give him a call and work it out. Jennifer is asking if I'm still doing the OnlyFans. I am working on it. It got in my first set of basketball since last December today. So I got in a little bit of a run, and I am now working on getting at least a 4-pack by the end of the month, so that we get, by the time we turn into August, I should be well on course to have my half naked pictures posted on my fresh OnlyFans account. So I'm going to come in around, because I think that I am worth it. I'm going to come in about $25 per subscription. So I will be uploading semi nudes.
Okay. So this is a personal venture, or this can be for the Senate? Because a man need razors.
No, a
man need razors.
But if you want to come in on this,
No. You're doing all the hard work, heavy lifting. This one, you know.
No, I just hooking you up with some funds.
Trust me, I ain't getting ready milk for free. If you want to see the goods, you got.
No, but there will be a subscription.
Listen, if you want to see the goods, slide in your DMs. Don't go and check my OnlyFans. That's all I'm saying. Unless the money right. So you could tell me how, if the money flowing. Shoot, a man might do something exchange for a little bit of change if it right. So
yeah, I am coming to move up Coogie. I work it on moving up Coogie, man. Yeah. Dion is suggesting we do a joint page. This year, how it goes. Jimmy is asking me, have you ever tried a straight razor or a single blade safety razor? They work nice, and yes, that is true. I can't agree. That is what I use on my head and my face.
You know, it's a funny. My grandfather, he well, I don't know if he still uses it, but he used to use a single razor, not a straight razor, but like a safety razor thing.
Yeah.
And I always used to look at it. I was fascinated by it and the mechanisms and everything like that. But I never tried one. I guess I could look into it. But I find, like, I used to use the 3-blade thing or the 2 blades to chop on my skin. So I don't know if it is just the cheap mass-produced blades. Yeah, but I use the fusion blades, not the 5-blade ones. Those are pretty neat on me. But I will look into that and see. You know, I always used to love the straight razors, right? You could cut a man or you could shave yourself. I used to love that. Yeah. Versatile.
You know, that's why I bought a new one about 2 weeks ago. The one I had before, the handle fell off and all kind of things. So I got a new one, and it is working. It's working very, very well. So for those of you who are asking for shaving tips, you get a little bit of a hot towel going on, get some essential oils and stuff like that. Do the hot towel thing. Those of you who just worry about your face, you can hot towel down there and there. Yeah. I have to hot towel my head as well. So you kind of open up the pores, get the hair out and stuff like that. Apply your shave gel. I use Cantu products because I'm a black man and I got a little coarse of hair.
But wait. What we got to talk, boy, because I didn't know Cantu used to make shaving gels.
Yes,
I still using the white man product. I still using what it's called. I can't remember what it is. But it's like something from Gillette or something. One of those.
Yeah. I tried a Gillette when I was out of Cantu for a little bit. And you see Cherish Catline is in the house. Yeah, welcome to you. And I didn't like that shave at all. I found that it was a little dry for me. So even though I use the rose water, yes, I use the rose water. You know what? Let me come right back. Let me go off camera and return. Right? Let me just get.
Jeez, on bread. Listen. This is what it's about, right? Because it is about showing. Because we want everybody to be the best version of themselves, right? Women obviously don't have to necessarily worry about shaving tips and self-grooming tips when it comes to certain things that we talk about. Like, I did not know Cantu made a shaving gel. I literally have to look into that because I got Cantu gel for my hair. No, I got Cantu. I got African Pride soap, African Pride olive oil. I got Jamaican black castor oil. I got Cantu. I got Cantu something. Actually, I got to buy some more. I got Promenade and I got something else. But the shaving gel I use is like one of those things made by Johnson & Johnson or something like that. So yeah, it's all about tips. It's all about improving yourself. It's all about kind of talking about things that you kind of were told not to talk about or being made fun to talk about. So let me get into it.
Or you weren't even
Yep.
told at all, right? So ladies, you can tune in here. It's not necessarily for you, but you would know what you can buy for your gentleman. So here we go. We start with a cleansing pre-shave scrub. Yeah. By
Oh, I didn't know
Cantu.
that.
So this is kind of like to wash your head and for me, my head, face, and everything, and give it a nice little wash. And they say it fights against ingrowing hair. This is step one. You know, if you can see that on the corner right there. So that's step one. Then step two is the actual shave gel.
You're gonna look for them later this week. You're gonna look for them
tomorrow. So this is from Beautylicious in the One Accord Plaza there in Jackson. You can check it out there. There's actually another outlet in Rockdale actually. So that's I got this one from Rockdale. They didn't have anything. So yeah. Also fights the razor bumps and stuff like that. This is step two.
Before you continue, somebody wants me to give a shout out to Leslie Lett. Yeah. Leslie P. Lett is in the house. So
that is one of my guys.
Welcome.
Quick story. Leslie gave me some of my first advice when I started judging. He gave me a line that I will never forget. He said when the results come back, this way back in 2008. He said when the results come back, sometimes the most surprised people are the judges themselves. And I found that
actually makes a lot of sense. That actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So yeah, I use this, the shave gel in conjunction with a rose water that I am not seeing right now. Yeah, I will have to show you that. But a rose water give me a smoother shave than if I just use the product itself. And then after all that's done, this is the post-shave soothing serum. This is step 3. So ladies, if you're hooking up, your Father's Day is approaching.
I see Nika here. Yo, Nika Ford talk about how long you take to get ready. This sounds like a lot of things. Wait.
It is a lot of stuff, but this is why I carve out some time to do it on the weekend.
But you see, Nika, any boy could tell you, don't take me long to get ready, Shower. I just put a little oil, boom, I'll keep it moving. Shaving, if I got shave, Yeah,
shaving takes some time. So you got to carve out that time when you're not in a hurry to go anywhere to do that. So yeah, again, step 1, you pre-shave. Yeah, clean all the dirt and oil and everything, or the head, or the hair. Step 2, shaving cream, shaving gel. Then step 3, when it's all done, just to, moisturize the skin and calm it, as it says.
Sweet.
Yeah, so for Father's Day, ladies, you can hook up that special guy in your life. And for me, this will be the razor that I use. Yeah.
I promised myself I can use one of those one these days. I love it.
Yeah, so we're going old school, and works with these kind of razors. It's like a half razor almost.
You bought that. What does call it?
Everything is one of.
I was just about to say a hologram.
Yeah, and single blade. So it works with that. A really close and smooth shave. And again, ladies, it is. Again, ladies, Father's Day approaching. So sort out the men in your life with this kind of stuff. They would truly appreciate it, as opposed to, just the normal socks and ties. Yeah, this is the old razor. The handle broke off, so. Got the other one.
I see Dion asking, so Thursday is for men and manscaping. It's funny, right? I can't remember.
Well, this wasn't the purpose of this discussion.
But no, that you talk about manscaping, right? Many years ago, I Oh, many years ago. So I don't know who knows me or whatever, but I'm a very hairy person, right? That's just my genetics. That's where I come from. That's my stock. Um, and one time, you're going to. I think we were going to a crop over event, like a party effect. So I said, you can be bare back. At that time, I was working out a lot. The body had like a sorbet, had a half a chest, but a half a ab. Arms are looking good, chest are looking good, back are looking amazing. So I say again, bare back. So obviously I got to clean up. You got to shave your chest, shave your stomach, and as a man, once I doing that, I take care of the arms, take care, you know, the shrubbery around the tree. And I clean up. And somebody saw me with my chest and stuff, and I guess they would have known that I am a hairy person. So I was like, wait, you shave your chest? Why would you shave your chest and your belly? Your back? Like, why wouldn't you? Like, I don't understand. Like, first things first, in the summer months, is keep you hot. Number two, we've been able going down and kissing certain areas if they got here. But shoot, we men don't do that. So, you know what I mean?
I'm saying.
And the thing is, I will understand if it had looked like so there's some that it don't look manly, it just look picky and curly. If it look like, like they got some man to our chest a child, but I'm gonna look burly. That's a man. I look like I need to comb mine, and I ain't combing the hair on my chest. So yeah, manscape, man. Cut the shrubbery around the tree because and the dingleberries. Because at the end of the day, that is an area you want to be as nice smelling, as hygienic
Clean.
and everything as possible. I ain't telling you to. I mean, if you want to go bald, you could go bald. I personally won't recommend that because I tried that once and that did not end well for me. Once in puberty, that was a rough week. So just get as low as possible. Try to take very good care of that area and certain places. And you never know because a woman would appreciate it, and you know how we want her to appreciate it.
It's true. And so Neil, the final thing that I use, the ladies will be able to appreciate. The ladies will be able to tell you exactly what this is. For the men who don't know, this is an eyebrow razor.
Okay.
Right? I know I don't use it for eyebrows. I use it to
The beard.
shape the goatee, right? So
do you trim your eyebrows?
Not in many, many years. It depends on the barber you go to. And I haven't gone to the barber in ages. So
I just got to trim my eyebrows. Actually, a woman told me recently, so you trim your eyebrows? I said, yeah. So wait, you just trim. Because I just take a scissors because I don't know if anybody can know me with like a lot of hair on my eyebrows. Like, it's look wild. It's look like, one of those caricatures of like old Russians or people that live up in the mountains. They start to curl up and thing, and I ain't having that. I see Jennifer talking about you can sugar now. No. When I first found out what sugaring was and somebody explained that to me, hell no. I am not sugar.
I have no idea.
That is a form of waxing. Hell no. To the no.
Yeah. And of course, guys, don't use alcohol with chisel. Yeah, don't use alcohol. Use it with chisel. It's a lot easier for you to deal with as opposed to dealing with the burning from the alcohol and all that stuff. Of course, too, for those of you who got the whole ingrown hair and the bumps and stuff like that happening, just in case, a little bit of some kind of tea tree oil.
Well, apparently sugaring like waxing. Well, I don't know what sugaring is. I don't know why. I'm mixing it up with another process. I see Tanisha Cross. She talking about the man bypass or OnlyFans suggestions and manscaping conversation ideas swift, right? First things first, young lady. You're a spoken for woman, so you should not be looking anywhere or hyping up or instigating any OnlyFans. Second, we can start OnlyFans if we're not gonna pay. Wait, I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
But pay well though. So
yeah, don't encourage you men in that day.
Look at two of these here, look. They ain't let little.
I'm gonna laugh at
they get little no, the right to get to them head and them feet them look good to start an OnlyFans. Who will pay for that?
Yeah. Don't do that. That'd be don't do it, right? So yes, guys, Father's Day is approaching. Sort out those special guys in your life get them some products, and take care of them. Left with the ties and socks.
Yeah, left foot tie.
And old
Please, left foot
boxers,
tie and socks.
right?
Although I like a nice tie though. Actually, for me, if anybody, no, none of y'all invite me a tie, but I like ties. I had a little tie collection. I can't tell you what happened to it though. I think my brother carries some of my ties, but yeah, nice tie collection.
So yeah, that was my quick delve into the stuff that I use to the regiment. And no, I saw somebody make mention of it that we were fighting for the sink. I think can't remember who is it. Yeah, Erica trying to be cute, talking about fighting for the sink and the mirror. No, we're not fighting for the sink and mirror. I would do this stuff Friday evening, Saturday morning, something like that, before I actually have to leave the house.
Like a cross look.
So, come on, guys.
Man, want to see? This is taking a steep downturn.
Yeah. So yeah, appearance.
Yes.
It matters.
Hygiene.
It matters a lot. You have to dress for the job you're trying to get, and if you're trying to attract a certain caliber of person. By the way, shout out Leslie again on the Can't Phantom It. That's one I got from him as well. Yeah, shout out Leslie. So if you're trying to attract a certain kind of person, you got to approach them a certain way. You got to present yourself a certain way, right? It is okay for you to decide, this is who I am, this is how I rock it. That's fine. But people also have the option of deciding whether they're going to deal with you or not. And don't be upset if what you have presented, people aren't necessarily done with, and decide that they're not dealing with it.
Wait, I see people talk about this. Y'all missed the steep downturn. Y'all give us a name and everything. Wait, we missing part here, chat?
I don't know. Maybe I'm just choosing to ignore it.
Because I literally I'm seeing so for those that know, I can see parts of the chat, but if you're replying to comments, I can't see them. They're not showing up on this chat. I don't know why, but it's just how it sets up. It doesn't show the sub comments to comments. So Derek reads everything. Well, he reads what he wants to read that is pertinent to the discussion. So clearly, I have not seen everything. And if he chooses to ignore them, there must be a very good reason. I just see. I know. Looking. Derek. Derek talking about.
Been suggested that we call it chocolate and vanilla or the caramel.
No.
swirl.
I'm the caramel though. There is dark chocolate and a vanilla. What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm caramel.
Yeah, and across the same, we got to make sure that these caroms are used creatively. So, yeah.
Anyhow,
apparently,
just know that we have children and mothers here that are very internet savvy.
Right.
So, yeah,
definitely. So I would suggest get your significant others, your partners. Well, this is for the ladies. Cut them up for Father's Day, right? You got your shave gel. There's a whole line of products you can get it. Check the beauty supply in Wanakar Plaza or there in Rock down the opposite Gracie King Church. You get there, man. You sort of hubby or dad or dads for about, I would say, less than $100. Less than $100. Anywhere between $50 and $100. And it's going to be something definitely more impactful than the ties and boxers and socks. Steve is saying Chico and Mac too.
Yeah, I thinking it's time we start wrapping up because I'm feeling like these people gonna hold me. Look at these. I love y'all here. I ain't gonna call y'all thirsty to your face. So Derek, outside of the OnlyFans talk and everything that I think we covered a lot. Basically the salient points are wash your ass, take care of your skin. I remember hearing somebody said take care of your body because it's the only one you will ever have. So take care of your body, take care of your health, your skin, your appearance. There's nothing wrong in looking, beat down, as the kids are saying. There's nothing wrong in looking attractive. I like to look like And I think, you know, there are times where I be feeling myself a bit, and I kind of doll up a bit myself. But there's nothing wrong with that. Take care of yourself. Take care of your hair. Take care of your nails. Wash your ass. Groom yourself, men and women, and do it for you. Don't do it and
Yeah.
then, I want a man to do this, or I ain't got a woman, so I ain't cutting my hair. Like, do it for you, right? If you can grow your beard, grow your beard, keep it trim, keep it nice, keep it tight. If you can rock a little goatee, mustache, do what you gotta do for you. But don't let me not get into having people pay for things and things like that you should really be doing for yourself. So
Yeah. Yeah. What is this sugaring thing?
sugaring, wait. Sugaring ain't that thing where you. No, you're right. That's not sugaring. What's sugaring? Because I was conflating that with a former waxing. What's sugaring?
I'm doing a quick
I thought
Google
sugaring and
search.
one of these things is end with a happy ending, I do one of these exotic places.
Okay, apparently it's hair removal.
But is it painful hair removal? Because Neil has a lot of hair.
It apparently involves he removes what? Okay, let's see. We got
Jennifer
this
tell me
here.
she can tell me after. All right, cool.
What is sugaring? Hair removal methods are a bit
Magic Mike 3.0. Listen.
Sugaring is a far superior method of hair removal because when you remove the root, the follicle will have less blood to supply to it over time, which will in turn weaken it. You'll get less hair growth each time, and the hair that does grow will be finer and sparser. The end result: smooth, hairless skin which lasts for 4 to 6 weeks.
I don't know.
What is sugaring? Sugaring hair removal uses a sticky gel-like paste to remove hair. The paste, which is made up of lemon, sugar, and water, is safe, natural, and uses no chemical
Okay,
additives.
that was my concern. Okay.
It's applied to any area that has unwanted hair and is then removed in the direction of your hair growth. What's more, because sugaring doesn't stick to the top layer of the skin, it doesn't pull at live skin cells, unlike waxing, which breaks the hair at the surface. Instead, it removes the hair from the root, the bulb end of the end of the hair that resembles an onion, making it especially effective for ingrown or curly hair.
But now here's my question, Derek. Now, women
Yes,
obviously
sir.
go to get sugar or sugaring or whatever. And I assume women do that for women. What, it can be like a man, so y'all just gotta remove like all your garments, like it's gotta be down bare down there for them to do the sugaring, or because I ain't really gonna lay down in front of a woman and show my bird to do something that I could do at home. You know what I mean?
But from right here is lemon juice, sugar, and water.
I understand, but the problem is that I ain't really about showing out my bird, so there's something that I can mix myself.
I would suggest a Google, a YouTube search.
Yeah.
So that you can kind of figure out how to mix this thing. Yeah. You could try out and let me know.
So why me?
Man. You already hear you want, not me.
Very well.
Cool. Sure, anybody gonna hear me talk my head?
Well. I hear Nick, I cannot get up to the time. I am not ancient, I am not old. But why would I have any reason to know what sugaring is? Somebody told me years ago, and I obviously have mixed it up. I'm not going to retain that information in my head. Trust me, she's seen many birds. She will not be phased. Yeah. Oh, okay. I see him. Oh, may I get it done too? Okay. All right. I didn't want to just turn up and be like, the woman like, okay, so how I can help you today? Yeah, tap on my boxers and tell was Jesus.
Across the same, the positions that women get into for a good wax, sugaring, laser hair removal. Lord have mercy. Neil,
I just say we getting very erotic and illicit.
I think you've reached that point.
Yeah, so thank you everybody for watching. Thank you everybody for the engagement. Thank you everybody for coming out and watching and listening. Our community is growing. Derek and I were talking a bit of kind of refreshing ourselves for the vision on and off the podcast. We loving the engagement. We loving the conversation. We loving some of the questions and just some of the stuff you sharing with us personally. So thank you again for the engagement. Derek, let the people know where to find us.
Yeah, man, you can find us, the Senate Podcast, here on Facebook, the Senate Podcast, YouTube, the Senate Podcast 246 on Instagram. And of course, you can send any emails, fan submissions, anything like that, to send it in session@gmail.com. And yes, we will be glad to have and hear from you. I think we can do some fan submissions. I have a particularly interesting fan submission that I want to do on Thursday.
Okay.
I'm not going to share it with you because I want to see your reaction in real time.
So you're not gonna send it to me. You can hit me with it live.
I'm gonna send you this thing on Thursday night.
I smell a setup.
It is a setup. I'm gonna send you this thing on Thursday night, live and direct. I'm not gonna give you it before. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for coming through. We really appreciate it. As always, bring a friend. Help them, let them come and join the discussion. We really, as Neil said, we really enjoy engaging with you guys back and forth. So bring a friend, man. Let's talk about it. We love the engagement. We love talking with you guys. So as always, hook up your dads, for Father's Day's coming up. Hook them up. Hook up those special men in your life. And what's your mirror image, guys? Yeah. Present the best version of you for you. We'll see you guys on Thursday.
Yep. Peace and love, everybody. Be safe.